各位现场贵宾，大家早安！今天大家非常的期待，也很兴奋，因为在待会儿呢，很多的交流跟城市合作的机会即将跟我们来见证。邀请各位贵宾，现在都可以先行就座，同时把手机调成震动，或者是静音，让待会的论坛都可以顺利进行。同时，台北市的蒋万市长也即将莅临会场，也请您拭目以待，谢谢。
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum. As we are very much looking forward to our great discussions today, I would like to invite all the distinguished guests to kindly take your seats as we are also shortly welcoming our mayor of Taipei City to arrive in a minute. So please, I would like to invite all the distinguished guests to remain to your seats. And at the same time, also a kind reminder that to ensure the quality of our event, please also switch your mobile devices to silent or vibration mode.
好，今天现场的论坛呢，也同步提供的是中文、英文，还有中文跟韩文之间的同步口译服务。所以，如果需要使用同步口译的设备的话，也请您提着身份证件到我们的会场外面来进行租借。那么，要听中文服务的贵宾，请选择频道1；英文请选择频道2；韩文则选3。
At the same time, simultaneous interpretation is provided on site. If you have borrowed an interpretation device, please select channel 1 for Mandarin Chinese, channel 2 for English, and channel 3 for Korean. And once again, a kind reminder that we'd like to invite everybody to take your seat as we are welcoming the mayor to arrive very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin our event. I'd like to invite all the distinguished guests to take your seat as we are welcoming Wang Jiang, the mayor of Taipei City, to arrive for this great event. So a kind reminder that all the distinguished guests, please remain back to your seat. Thank you very much. Taipei, Wang Jiang is arriving very soon, so I'd like to once again invite everybody
点了吗？好，稍微等一下。好，这个已经有民团很担忧，如果会担心说，如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个跟这个张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
Welcome the Honorable 万安奖 the Mayor of Taipei City。
各位现场的贵宾，我们热烈掌声来欢迎的是台北市的蒋万安市长，在目前已经抵达2026台北国际城市论坛，也很亲切跟我们现场的所有国际的贵宾来握手之友，欢迎世界各国还有不同城市的代表今天齐聚到台北，在待会共同来参与这个意义别具的活动。欢迎市长。
As Mayor Zhang arrives, we are truly honored also to have such an exceptional gathering of city leaders and international delegations with us today. As Mayor Zhang greets our distinguished guests, we are very much looking forward to the fruitful discussions and exchanges between cities around the world. And at the same time, today we also have ambassadors and representatives in Taiwan joining us to witness this great event.
So as Mayor Zhang makes his way into the venue, we can see the warm exchanges taking place, a true reflection of strong connections between Taipei and among cities from different parts of the world. We have a shared purpose that brought us here together here in Taipei. Leadership is not just about governance, it's also about building bridges across the border. 欢迎市长，也请市长先行就座，同时也宣告2026台北国际城市论坛即将正式展开。
Good morning, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum, hosted by the Taipei City Government. My name is Maggie Wu.
My name is Ethan Liu. It's a great pleasure for Maggie and I to be here with all the distinguished guests from different parts of the world to gather here in Taipei, where meaningful exchanges and great exciting opportunities are about to take place here in this forum. Together, all the thinkers and doers who are here with us will reimagine and reshape the future of urban life.
And this year, the global spotlight is shining brightly in Taipei as we host the second Taipei International Cities Forum in conjunction with the 2026 Smart Cities Summit and Expo. We are pleased to bring together visionary leaders to redefine the intersection of artificial intelligence and innovation.
And this year's theme is AI across future cities. So one clear mission
in mind. Together, we'll explore how technology, especially artificial intelligence, can accelerate our path to sustainable development goals, boost efficiency, and build more resilient urban ecosystems for generations to come.
And once again, thank you all for joining this meaningful gathering. Your expertise and passion here today embody the spirit of collaboration and innovation that will truly define the cities of tomorrow.
So without further ado, Maggie, let's all warmly recognize and welcome our distinguished guests joining us here today. So please stand up and wave to everybody when you hear your name.
So with great honor, first, please join me in welcoming Wan Anjiang, the mayor of Taipei City.
Welcome, 欢迎市长。
Moving on, let's welcome Wen Dezhang, the deputy mayor of Taipei City. Welcome.
欢迎张文德副市长。
Also joining us, let's welcome Bob Kawich, mayor of Belmopan, Belize.
远道而来的贵宾，给他热烈的掌声。Welcome to Taipei.
Moving on, let's welcome Dirk Helbert, mayor of Dresden, Germany.
欢迎欢迎。
Next, let's welcome Alex Yan, mayor of Northwest District of Singapore. Welcome.
Welcome to Taipei. And now allow me to introduce Jesse Marino, Mayor Pro Tem of Dallas, USA. Welcome. Phil Presidio, Deputy Mayor of Los Angeles, USA. Mark Elrich, County Executive, Montgomery County, Maryland, USA. And Tony Chow, Mayor, City of San Marino, California.
And moving on, we'll also like to welcome the ambassadors and representatives in Taiwan also joining us today. First, let's welcome Robert Kennedy Lewis, Ambassador of Embassy of St. Lucia in the ROC, Taiwan.
Welcome, His Excellency.
Next, let's welcome Dong Yang Francis, Ambassador of Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Welcome, His Excellency.
Moving on, let's welcome Rudy Stanley Pan, Ambassador of Embassy of the Republic of Haiti to the Republic of China, Taiwan.
Welcome, His Excellency.
Moving on, let's welcome Catherine Macon, Ambassador and Embassy of Belize.
Welcome, Her Excellency. Also, we have
Next, let's welcome David Adams Arakan, Head of Mission of Embassy of the Republic of Palau.
Welcome, His Excellency, Ambassador from Palau. Also, we have Karsten Thies, Director General, German Institute Taipei. Please wave to everyone.
Welcome, His Excellency.
And Nina Deshpande, Director General, India Taipei Association.
Welcome, His Excellency.
Janusz Bilski, Director of Polish Office in Taipei. Please wave to everybody. Welcome.
A warm welcome to you.
And David Stanke, Representative, Czech Economic and Cultural Office.
Welcome.
Kaholis Pilipauskas, Representative of Lithuania Trade Representative Office.
Welcome, His Excellency. And moving on, let's also welcome Bas Polas, Representative of Netherlands Office in Taipei. And let's please join me in welcoming Tamara Va, Representative of Hungarian Trade Office in Taipei. Welcome, Her Excellency. Moving on, let's welcome Gani Asnifok, President and Representative of Malaysian Friendship and Trade Center in Taipei. Welcome. Moving on, please welcome Helena Redberger, Representative of the Swedish Trade and Invest Council. Welcome.
And Timur Bartor, Representative, Ulaanbaatar Trade and Economic Representative Office in Taipei. Welcome. Bejarano Jaman, Director General of Spanish Chamber of Commerce. Please wave to everybody. Welcome. And Fernando Schmidt, Director of Chilean Trade Office. Also, we have Eric Zheng Huayu, Deputy Secretary General of Taipei City Government. Lin Shibing, Deputy Secretary General of Taipei City Government.
So once again, a big thank you to all the distinguished guests for joining us today. It's truly an honor to have all of you here with us.
Okay, so before we officially kick off today's event and session and panel discussions, let's all express something that we truly look forward to. That will be a spectacular opening performance presented by Fun to Art. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
Let's welcome Fun to Art.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give fun to art a big round of applause. What an amazing opening performance. It's a perfect reflection of how technology meets art, also embodying the innovation spirit in Taipei, and gave us a quick glance that our discussions can be so smartable.
Indeed, and today also marks a very important step in terms of international collaboration, which we all will witness the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between Taipei and Dresden. But before that happens, let me invite Honorable Wan An, the Taipei City Mayor, to come on stage and deliver his opening remarks. Welcome.
Please welcome Mayor Zhang onto the stage.
Distinguished leaders, representatives from cities around the world, dear friends, welcome to Taipei for the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum. I know I'm the only thing standing between you and the amazing city showcase later, so I'll keep this short. Last year, during the World Masters Games, we launched this forum for the first time. We brought cities together to share ideas on building healthier and more sustainable communities. And this year, we take it one step further. Held alongside the Smart City Summit and Expo, our focus is simple but powerful. How do we use AI to make cities work better for our people? Better services, smarter governance, a more sustainable future. Because at the end of the day, technology is not the goal, people are. Now, let me share something exciting. Late last year, we opened direct flights to Phoenix, what many call this Silicon Desert. Today, we are signing an MOU with Dresden, Europe's Silicon Saxony. From the US to Europe, Taipei is building a global innovation network. Through this partnership with Dresden, we will deepen collaboration in high-tech innovation, smart city governance, talent development, and youth exchange. In short, we are not just connecting cities, we are connecting ecosystems. I'm also glad to see friends here from Belmopan, Singapore, Dallas, Los Angeles, and many more. Thank you so much for being here. People often say AI is built on data, but what we're doing here today is different. We're here to create new possibilities. We're not just hosting a forum, we're designing the future. As TSMC expands across the US and Europe, Taipei has welcomed something special, NVIDIA's first overseas headquarters. That's not just an investment. That's a vote of confidence in Taipei. Today, AI has become our common language across cities, across cultures. And Taipei is ready to be your partner, turning innovation into real impact. So let's make today count. Let's share ideas, spark new thinking, and build something meaningful. Thank you, and welcome to Taipei. Welcome to the future.
Thank you very much, Mayor Zhang, for those insightful words. Please remain seated. Mayor's commitment to high-tech innovation and sustainable urban development provides a clear roadmap for our discussions today as we explore how AI can shape a smarter and greener future for the cities.
And speaking of something meaningful, ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at an exciting moment of today's event, the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between Taipei and Dresden, which will formalize a powerful alliance between the two global leaders in innovation and technology.
That's right. This MOU focuses on high-tech innovation, smart governance, and talent cultivation. By bridging Taipei's tech ecosystem with Dresden, often called the Silicon Saxony of Europe, both cities are creating a roadmap for mutual economic growth and youth development.
So the stage has been set. Let's now, without further ado, let's invite the two very important people to come on stage to proceed with the process.
Yes, so to witness this momentous occasion, we'd like to once again invite Mayor蔣万安of Taipei City as well as Mayor Dirk Halbert of Dresden onto the stage for this official signing. Please give a big round of applause to welcome our two mayors onto the stage.
So mayors, please take your seats. And now please proceed to the review and the opening of the document. Please review the memorandum of understanding. Open the document in front of you. And the mayors, now please sign the first copy.
It is truly inspiring to see two cities thousands of miles apart coming together with a shared vision for a smarter and more sustainable future of citizens.
Okay, so the first copy has been signed. Please exchange the documents and proceed to sign the second copy. Between Taipei and Dresden, such a historical milestone.
Yes, together these two innovation hubs are setting a new global standard. And now I'd like to invite our mayors to stand up with your MOU. Let's have a picture together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the MOU has been signed. Please give them a big round of applause. Oh, and show the document to everybody also in front of the camera. Yay!
Let's capture this historical moment for Taipei and Dresden.
So mayors, so let's take a moment to sink in the significance. Please place the documents on the desk. Thank you, congratulations. So please now place the documents on the desk and proceed to the front of the stage.
Yes, we'd like to have another round of photo call with our mayors standing on the stage. And to commemorate this milestone, we'll also like to invite a few distinguished guests to join us, to join the mayors. So please welcome Ms. Miriam Notzolt onto the stage to join us for the photo call. Yes, please welcome and give a big round of applause to welcome our guests onto the stage. At the same time, we'll also like to invite Mr. Carsten Titz, Director General of the German Institute Taipei. Welcome. And also let's welcome Ms. Linda Blechert, Deputy Representative of the German Trade Office in Taipei.
Welcome.
And finally, let's all welcome the members of the Dresden delegation. Please also join us on the stage.
我们也给远来从德国远道来的贵宾一个热烈的掌声，好吗？ Our distinguished guests from Dresden, Germany, to be here in Taipei with all of us and witness the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. We look forward to more opportunities and stronger connections and partnership in the near future.
Yes, this is truly a moment that defines a new chapter in city-to-city diplomacy. So everybody, may I have your attention towards the camera in the front? Let's look at the camera with your biggest smile.
Yay! Look at the camera in front of you and show us your brightest and biggest smile. Also, when in Taipei, do what Taipei do. Let's have a thumbs up, okay?
All right, everybody, let's thumb up together and look at the camera with your biggest smile. Looking awesome, everybody.
Yay!
All right, thank you very much. And may I have the two mayors on the stage with us. And thank you for all the distinguished guests and representatives. You may remain seated.
So please go back to your seats. Thank you for being part of today's event. And next, we'll proceed to our second group photo session to capture and to remember this momentous occasion. We'd like to invite all our distinguished guests and foreign speakers to the stage.
Yes, first we would like to invite all the mayors and deputy mayors to join us on stage for the first photo call. Let's welcome Mayor Bob Lokawicz of Belmopan. And also please welcome Deputy Mayor Wen De-zhang of Taipei. Next, please welcome Alex Yan, Mayor of Northwest District in Singapore. And also joining us, we'd like to have Mayor Pro Tem Jesse Marino of Dallas.
Welcome. Deputy Mayor Sidhu of Los Angeles, please come on stage. County Executive Elrich from Montgomery County, welcome. And Mayor Chow of City of San Marino, please come on stage and join us for a group photo. Wow, what an international lineup on stage.
Yes, very, very impressive. All right, everybody, let's once again look towards the camera in the front with your biggest smile.
Yeah, your brightest and big smile. Okay, yes. Thank you, very thoughtful member, helper. All right, now let's have a thumbs up to the camera.
Yes, as a tradition, in Taiwan, we always thumbs up for photo calls to wish success to the event.
All right, distinguished guests, please remain on stage because later we'll have more distinguished guests joining you on stage.
Yes, for the second round, we would like to invite all the ambassadors and representatives stationed in Taiwan to join us. Let's first welcome Robert Kennedy Lewis, Ambassador of Embassy of St. Lucia in the ROC, Taiwan. Welcome. We'd also like to invite Donya Francis, Ambassador of Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis. And also Rudy Stanley Pan, Ambassador of Embassy of the Republic of Haiti to the Republic of China, Taiwan. At the same time, we'll also like to have Catherine Macon, Ambassador of Embassy of Belize, to join us.
Also, we'd like to invite Karsten Tietz, Director General, German Institute Taipei. Please come back to the stage once again. And Nina Deshpande, Director General, India Taipei Association. And Janusz Bilski, Director of Polish Office in Taipei. Please come to the stage. And David Stanke, Representative of Czech Economic and Cultural Office. And Kapolis Pilipovskas, Representative of Lithuania Trade Representative Office.
And moving on, we'll also like to welcome Bas Polis, Representative of Netherlands Office, Taipei. And also Tamara Vep, Representative of Hungarian Trade Office in Taipei. We'd also like to welcome Yani Asnifop, President and Representative of a Malaysian Friendship and Trade Center in Taipei. At the same time, we would also like to welcome Helena Reidberger, Representative of the Swedish Trade and Invest Council.
And let's now invite Chuma Bartor, our representative from Ulaanbaatar Trade and Economic Representative Office in Taipei. Please come on stage. And Bejarano Gaman, Director General of Spanish Chamber of Commerce. Please come to the stage. And Fernando Schmidt, Director of Chilean Trade Office.
It is a true honor to have such an esteemed gathering of city leaders, ambassadors, and representatives from all around the world to join us today.
Yay! A great round of applause.
We'd also like to invite the head of commission
His
from the
Excellency,
embassy
our ambassador from Palau, please come to the stage.
to join us.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
It's very important that we invite all the friends from our sister cities and also the friends in Taiwan and also the world to join us for this photo. All right, everybody, please look to the camera in the front with your biggest smile. And
Okay.
also, let's thumb up together to wish every success to the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum. May we have a very fruitful day and exchanges. All right, one more, thumbs up. Yes, please keep the energy and smile. Excellent.
Wow, what a powerful image we can see from the big screen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's once again give yourself and the distinguished guests on stage a big round of applause. Thank you for coming and be part of today's opening ceremony of the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum.
Yes, once again, thank you so much for everybody on the stage. You may remain to your seat. Once again, thank you for joining us in this remarkable moment.
Wow, okay, so after that scene and opportunity, a photo, we now proceed to the short break to recharge and the time for you to network. A coffee break is now being served, offering a great opportunity to connect with fellow visionaries, thinkers, and doers before we dive into our panel discussion, which will take place later.
Yes, so we will resume promptly at 10:10. So we look forward to seeing the exchanges and insights that will emerge later today. So please be sure to return to the ballroom on time, which is at 10:10. We will see you in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
进行录取，谢谢。
等一下，好，这个已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分，可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢
谢。
等一下，好，这个已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分，可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。 我全力支持后置他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
等一下，好，这个已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来示范育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持后置台湾的。我全力支持后置他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
等一下，好，这个已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来示范育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人。
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the coffee and the networking. So now it's time for the panel discussion of the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum. And the theme of this year is AI, Cross, Future Cities, Smarter Governance, Greener Future.
Yes, and now to set the stage for our discussion of the theme, it is our distinct honor to invite our moderators onto the stage. So please, everybody, join us in welcoming Ms. Jacqueline Tsai, the advisor of Taipei City Government, and also Dr. Yuming Li, the professor of National Taipei University. Let's welcome our two moderators onto the stage.
Welcome to representatives from Taipei City Government. Also, we'd like to invite our panelists to join them on stage. We have Wan Anjiang, Mayor of Taipei. Please come on stage. Welcome, Mayor. And Pablo Kowich, Mayor of Belmopan, Belize. And Dirk Hilbert, Mayor of Dresden, Germany. Alex Tian, Mayor of Northwest District, Singapore. And Jesse Marino, Mayor Pro Tem of Dallas. And Dilpreet Sidhu, Deputy Mayor of Los Angeles. Welcome.
Let's once again, with a round of applause, to welcome the panelists of the session to join us on the stage to start a fruitful exchanges. All right, everybody, please take your seat. And now, to officially begin the session, we'll hand the floor to our moderators, Ms. Tai and Professor Lee. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Distinguished mayors and honored guests and ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Welcome to Taipei. Thank you for joining today's forum. Maybe some of you already know, aware, NVIDIA is going to have overseas headquarters in Taiwan. So let me quote what Jason Huang just said early this week. He said in the GTC, which held in US, California, as I know, quite a few Taiwanese tech company is currently, in US. Okay, so he said we are at the beginning of the new industrial revolution, and as the leaders of the world, great city, not just on the stage, but in this room, you are the front line of the revolution. But unlike internet, this time the AI revolution is not just about speed. It is about intelligence that cares. So for us, the challenge is how do we turn smart tech into smart care for our citizens? And today, we are talking about AI. The key theme is about AI. But a smart city is not just built silicon sensors. It is built on trust and partnership. So we trust in Taipei. We use AI to coordinate traffic line, and we have reduced average ambulance travel time. And also we use AI to reshape how we care for our seniors. In Taipei, we are turning ambulance into mobile smart emergency station. And through AI-enabled monitoring, we can anticipate healthy risk and direct limited resources to the senior, which need those services most. So whether in Singapore's wellness program or Dresden's high-tech care, we are all facing the same aging challenges. So the question for us today is what can we do to ensure technology serve our most vulnerable citizens? And in the city we lead, millions of seniors, they live alone. But imagine a city where AI-powered sensors can detect the fall before it becomes a tragedy. And imagine an AI companion that doesn't just remind a grandmother to take her medicine, but also monitor her heart rate and alert a doctor in real time. So when we're talking about AI, it is not just data, it is a lifeline. So AI can turn our apartment into care home and our street into a safe space. So this is how we can move from reactive cities into a proactive communities. So we have the same technology and we share the same goal to ensure no one is left behind. So the significance of this forum is there is no city, it's an island, because technology and AI connect us closely and more efficient. So we are here to share our urban scars and our digital triumph. So we want to know, how do we share data while protecting privacy? And how do we scale these solutions to smaller towns? And by linking our cities, we are here to build a common goods for all. So let us begin today's journey of collective intelligence, and let us bridging cities and building tomorrow together. So to kick off our discussion, it is a great honor to introduce our host, Mayor Zhang. He leads a city that's a global icon of innovation. The Mayor Zhang is the youngest mayor in city's history. And he has driven Taipei's transformation into an AI-powered smart city in advancing urban sustainability and public transportation and international partnership. And under his leadership, the Taipei Dome opened, and NVIDIA chose Taipei to be its overseas headquarters. And his vision is to make Taipei one of the world's top 10 AI cities. So that's our honor to have Mayor Zhang to share with us later our introduction.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tsai. All distinguished guests, welcome to Taipei. Again, it's truly an honor to have you all here today. Before we begin our discussion, let me start with a classic Taiwanese greeting, 假爸喂. Literally, it means, have you eaten yet? But in Taiwan, it means much more than that. It's our way of saying, I care about you. You're always welcome at my table. That's the spirit of Taiwanese hospitality. And trust me, you haven't really experienced Taipei until you tried our soy milk, egg pancake, and xiaolongbao for breakfast. Now in Taipei, we approach AI the same way we approach breakfast. We're hungry for it, and we're already moving at full speed. Our goal is simple. By 2035, Taipei will be one of the world's top 10 AI cities. Just like breakfast fuels our day, we want Taipei's AI innovation to help fuel the world's next wave of breakthroughs. Taipei was also the first city in Taiwan to establish official AI guidelines for government. Think of it as a step-by-step annual that allows our public servants to use AI confidently without worrying about crossing legal lines. At the same time, we're not just applying AI in government, we're also building a complete AI ecosystem and attracting global investment in Taipei. As NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang likes to say, run, don't walk. Well, we're very glad that NVIDIA ran to Taipei. And to be honest, attracting NVIDIA to set up its first overseas headquarters in Taipei felt a little like a season of House of Cards. There were complex negotiations with the central government, with the city council, with various stakeholders. Maybe someday I'll write a chapter about it in my memoir, but not anytime soon. I'm not going to retire soon. What I can share with you is this. Last month, we officially signed the contract with NVIDIA. And this milestone carries 3 significant meanings. First, it's a magnet. NVIDIA's presence will attract global talent and industry partners to build a strong AI ecosystem here in Taipei. Second, Taipei is becoming a global AI hub. From Computex to NVIDIA's overseas headquarters, some of the world's most significant AI breakthroughs will be born and launched here in Taipei. Third, it represents trust. When the world's leading AI company chooses Taipei, they are voting with their feet. They believe in Taipei's safety, resilience, and future. I also deeply resonate with something that AMD CEO Lisa Su once said. Innovation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And that's exactly how we see it. Because in Taipei, technology is not just about business. Technology should have a heartbeat. Ultimately, the purpose of technology is simple: to serve citizens and sometimes to save lives. Saving lives is truly a race against time. Studies show that when someone stops breathing, every minute saved increases survival rates by about 6%. That's why Taipei uses AI to make life first the priority of our traffic system. Using real-time GPS data, our AI predicts when an ambulance will reach an intersection. The system automatically turns lights green, creating a smart green corridor. On average, this saves 42 seconds per trip and reduces ambulance accidents by more than 60%. But it's not just about green lights. Our ambulances are also connected directly to hospital ER dashboards, giving doctors real-time patients' data while the ambulance is still on the road. In fact, Taipei is the first city in the world to fully integrate AI-powered EKG systems across our entire emergency rescue network. Before AI, it was like racing in the fog. Doctors had to wait until the patient arrived before taking action. Even when everyone worked at full speed, precious seconds were slipping away. Now, AI clears that fog. Doctors can diagnose remotely while the patient is still in the ambulance. By the time the ambulance arrives, everything is ready. The cath lab, the ECMO system, and the entire emergency team. Instead of frantic phone calls, specialists are already in position. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine shows this system saves about 14 minutes per patient. In emergency medicine, that's a huge head start. So let me share a real story. Last November, a visitor from the United States named Atom was hiking Elephant Mountain here in Taipei. Suddenly, he suffered a heart attack and collapsed. Thanks to our AI emergency system, the ambulance received green lights all the way, while his vital signs were transmitted to the hospital in real time. Doctors prepared the surgery and ECMO before he even arrived, and his life was saved. Later, Atom told us he used to be a volunteer firefighter, so he understood exactly how important those minutes were. He even signed one of our ambulance models as a witness, right here. Stories like this remind us that AI is not code technology. In Taipei, AI is technology with warmth. Well, it also proves one more thing. You can hike in Taipei with confidence. Over the past 3 years, Taipei's efforts have gained global recognition. Last year, we won first prize in the developed economy category at the IEEE Smart Cities Contest. And recently, Taipei was named the most sticky city in the world, a city where people don't just come to stay, they don't just come to visit, they want to stay forever. Taipei truly becomes their home in Asia. Our vision is to build a city that is predictable, responsive, and sustainable. And AI is the key tool helping us get there. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome again to Taipei. Let's work together to build a better future. And again, don't forget soy milk, egg pancake, and xiaolongbao for breakfast here in Taipei. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Jiang. It's my great honor to introduce our second guest, Mayor Pablo Kowich from Belmopan, Belize. Mayor Kowich is a preeminent leader recognized for his dedication to climate resilience. Under his leadership, Belmopan has become a model for balancing rapid urban growth with environmental preservation. He will be presenting on municipal good governance in the city of Belmopan, focusing on how his city integrates AI tools into climate resilience and everyday urban planning. Mayor, the floor is yours.
Good morning. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here before you today at the 2026 Taipei International Cities Forum. I bring warm greetings from the city of Belmopan, the capital of Belize, a young, planned capital city in Central America known as the Garden City, where governance and sustainability are not simply aspirations, but daily responsibilities. I would like to express my gratitude to Taipei and Mayor Jiang for hosting this important gathering under the powerful theme, AI plus future cities, smarter governance, greener future. This theme resonates deeply with us in Belmopan because municipal governance today must evolve, not only administratively, but also technologically, environmentally, and socially. At the municipal level, governance is not abstract. It is the condition of streets, the reliability of waste collection, the speed of response to residents, the transparency of budgeting, and the trust between City Hall and citizens. Good governance at the city level determines whether democracy feels real in the daily lives of residents. In Belmopan, we define municipal governance through 5 pillars: transparency, accountability, citizen participation, digital innovation, environmental stewardship. Allow me to share how we implement these principles in the developing capital city context. Transparency is the foundation of trust. Many municipalities may take basic services for granted. In some developing cities and towns, even basic embrace of technology is still missing. Over the past 2 years, the Belmopan City Council has made deliberate efforts to ensure that municipal activities and projects are widely disseminated online. We regularly share updates through our official channels, particularly Facebook, and we are now expanding onto other digital communication platforms, in order to reach a broader audience and keep residents informed. Transparency also requires direct engagement with the community. For this reason, we have implemented a bi-monthly community meeting where we allow residents to speak directly with their city council, raise concerns, and provide feedback on issues affecting their neighborhoods. Additionally, we have introduced a 675 TEL hotline, a direct channel for residents to report municipal issues. To strengthen this hotline, we are currently developing AI-supported tools that will improve the flow of information, enhance the dissemination of tasks and reports, and support better task management and response coordination within the City Council. Transparency is not only publishing information, it is about ensuring that governance remains accessible, responsive, and visible to the people we serve. Municipal governance must be measured. In Belmopan, council portfolios are expected to produce results, and departments are expected to track progress. Projects and programs, therefore, must be structured with the reporting mechanisms that allow us to track progress, monitor outcomes, and ensure that commitments translate into real benefits for our community. One example is the Belmopan Youth Climate Action Fund, supported through grant funding from Bloomberg Philanthropies. Through this initiative, young leaders and youth organizers have implemented several climate-focused projects within our city. These projects combine innovation, environmental awareness, and community engagement. For example, one youth team designed and installed a smart bench powered by solar energy, which provides residents with a place to rest while also allowing renewable-powered recharging for mobile devices. This simple yet impactful innovation demonstrates how climate solutions can be integrated into everyday public spaces. Other projects under the program have focused on community composting initiatives, urban greening activities, environmental education, and climate awareness campaigns led by youth across the city. Importantly, accountability does not end once a project is complete. We have established measures to monitor the performance and impact of these projects for 1 year after implementation, ensuring sustainability, continued engagement, and measurable outcomes for our community. Accountability ensures that leadership is not performative, it is productive. A smart city is not defined only by sensors and data centers. It is also defined by engagement. In Belmopan, we continue to encourage active citizen participation through community consultation and public engagement initiatives. Our bi-monthly community meetings allows residents to speak directly with their council representatives, share concerns, contribute ideas, and improve their neighborhoods. 2 years ago, we developed a community outreach system which captures the perspectives and priorities of our residents through a survey system. Today, this system is being reanalyzed to strengthen its validity and public trust through collaboration with several good governance institutions, including the Good Governance Unit, the Statistical Institute of Belize, and the University of Belize, amongst others. This collaborative review is going to help ensure that the systems follow strong governance principles and produce reliable data that can support informed municipal decision-making. Through this system, the electorate is powered to participate in structured surveys that provide feedback and perspectives from across the city. The information collected will help guide the direction of development in Belmopan, ensuring that municipal planning reflects the voice and priorities of the people we serve. Participation strengthens legitimacy. As we gather under the theme of AI and smarter governance, it is important to recognize that digital innovation must remain practical and solution-oriented. In Belmopan, we're integrating digital tools to directly improve municipal management and service delivery. One example is our fleet management system, which is designed primarily as an internal operational tool for the council. This system allows designated managers to monitor municipal fleet operations, track performance, and improve the efficiency of services directly across departments. Complementing this internal system is our Clean City app, which is designed specifically for public engagement. Once residents sign in, they can receive notifications and view information related to waste management services in their area. This helps residents better understand service schedules and strengthen transparency in municipal operations. In addition, we're presently developing a GIS-based task management system, which incorporates citizen science for data collection. Through this approach, residents will be able to contribute information about issues within their communities, allowing municipal teams to map problems, prioritize responses, and track solutions more effectively. These types of systems help us reduce inefficiencies, improve response times, increase transparency, and strengthen data-driven decision-making. As a capital city built inland and whose development was first tracked after a devastating hurricane in 1961, Belmopan understands the importance of resilience. We are a small city surrounded by natural ecosystems, rivers, creeks, and green spaces. And therefore, environmental stewardship must remain central to our governance. Our environmental initiatives include monthly community cleanup campaigns where residents work alongside the City Council and partnering organizations to protect the natural beauty and health of our city. As we look forward to the future of cities, let us remember that the smartest cities is not the one with the most technology. It is the one with the most trust. The greenest city is not the one with the most slogans. It is the one with the most disciplined stewardship. And the strongest city is not the largest. It is the one that governs with transparency, accountability, participation, and innovation. From the garden city of Belmopan to the dynamic city of Taipei, I extend my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to share our experiences and learn from the remarkable innovations taking place here. May our cities grow smarter. May our governance grow stronger. May our future grow greener. Thank you. God bless Belize. God bless Taipei.
Thank you. It's so great to have a lot of practical solutions, application of new technology into public services. So today, this panel is really a work panel because we're starting with Asia and then move to Middle America. And then the next speaker is from Europe. So let me introduce our next speaker, Mayor Derek Hilbert, a mayor of City of Dresden. Mayor Hilbert has served as a mayor since 2015, and following many years as a deputy mayor and head of Department of Economic Development, and with a background in industrial engineering and project management, Mayor Hilbert has played a very key role in building Dresden's economic strategy and innovation capacity. And his career spanned both in public and private services, including working aerospace and technology evaluation, and which experiences give him a unique innovation-oriented approach to the urban development and international cooperation. So thank you, and please, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you very much for the kind introduction. Now, you explain, we go over to Europe, and I start not with the breakfast, I start with our picture very well known from this historical downtown, and it's attract every year approximately over 10 million guests from all over the world. But it's not our focus today. Our focus today should be more the high-tech, the smart city solutions, and what efforts for the city itself. Dresden is located in the middle of Europe. I have to change this slide. I have to make a picture of TSMC inside for Taiwan, and it's much more easier to explain because what NVIDIA for Taipei is TSMC for Dresden. The first European site of TSMC will be located in our town, and so we are located for everybody between Berlin and Prague, and we are focused in Dresden on different topics in smart city solutions. Dresden has established smart city services both for the city and for the administration itself. We follow two digital strategies. The digital strategy which address the digitalization as a whole, and the smart city strategy which focuses on urban development. Last year we developed and opened our new central administration building. You see it on the right side, so-called the Stadtforum, or in English, the City Forum. The important point is not that we have built up a new building. The important thing is that it is full digitalizations. It is full of a concept of a new art of our administration offers for 1,000 workplaces, for 1,500 employees of our town. And so we take the new work concept such as clean desk policies, teamwork spaces, and innovation spaces have become standard. If we are looking on the German and overall, as a German municipality, we are embedded in a federal system with many dependencies between the federal state and local levels. In Dresden, we have implemented the German Online Access Act for our citizens. This has been successfully realized, and now we have a usage rate of more than 75% for our online services. Furthermore, we offer online consultations for citizens, a service that is still not very common in Germany. Before I come to our new digital and AI-based pilot project, I would like to mention one important European feature of digitalization: data protection. In Europe, we have very strong data protection regulations, which requires us to collect as little data as possible when designing digital services. This is quite different from the approach taken by many cyberscalers and forces us to keep data sovereignty steady in mind from the very beginning when designing online services. And yes, this sometimes make us slower in certain areas of digitalization. I will come over to ID Wallet, the European Digital Identity Wallet. I would like to present two examples of digitalization projects in which Dresden serves as a pilot city within Germany. The first is this ID Wallet. With this approach, citizens keep control of their data directly on their mobile phones. By using wallet technology for our public services, we are convinced the end-to-end digitalization becomes possible because public services are integrated into a digital environment that citizens already use in their daily life. The wallet can contain digital ID cards, digital certifications, and proofs, electronic signature, payment functions, and, as I mentioned before, data protection features such as pseudonymizations. We also observing with great interest Taiwan's efforts to establish a Taiwan digital wallet. From our perspective, your wallet concept would potentially be compatible with the OID wallet. Therefore, we are considering whether exchange or cooperation in this field would be useful, especially in light of the large investment of TSMC in Dresden. We expect a certain number of new citizens from Taiwan. It might therefore be interesting to develop use cases for using your wallet in Dresden and maybe also in the opposite. On basis of the wallet infrastructure, we are involved in a second pilot project together with our Federal Ministry of Digital Affairs and in cooperation with the German digital industry. As you see on the slide, an AI agent will guide citizens through administration procedures via direct conversations, including all required documents and proofs. The Federal Digital Minister has announced that this system will be introduced for the public in July this year, and we will be also a pilot for Germany. And at the end, I will also explain something about the Smart City Dresden. Dresden is also engaged in the Smart City initiative, a cooperative program including more than 80 cities founded at a federal level within 800 million euros. Currently, more than 600 smart cities measures are under development. And my short presentation, I would like to show two examples for Dresden. One is the heavy rain hazard and risk analysis. We saw a major catastrophe in our country because of extreme rainfall, which more than 100 people lost their life. In response, we built a digital twin of the city to simulate heavy rainfall events and support risk analysis and disaster preventions for Dresden. And another one is the Klima app. In the second example, we supported the creation of a startup that developed the Klima app, which is designed to encourage climate-friendly behavior among citizens. Today, it has become the leading regional platform for sustainable living. So, thank you very much that I can introduce short our way of smart city solutions within our town and within our country and within Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Herbert. Next, we are privileged to have Mayor Alex Yam from the Northwest District, Singapore. Singapore has long been a global benchmark for smart city integrations. Mayor Yam brings extensive expertise in citizens-centered smart governance, focusing on how high-tech public services can enhance urban livability and transparency. I would like to invite Mayor Yam to share smart nation to smart communities, how Northwest CDC's bridges national AI vision with grassroots readiness. We're looking forward to hearing how Singapore manages the trade-off between rapid technological deployment and maintaining a livable cities. Please, Mayor Yap.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to everyone. Thank you to our hosts, Mayor Chiang, for the warm welcome, and very good to be back. Today I want to share with you our experience in AI within my district as well as in the wider nation, national effort. So we just had our budget passed just a few weeks ago, and we've also taken the opportunity for our Prime Minister, who's also Minister for Finance, to launch the National AI Strategy 2.0. So we've been working on AI as part of our Smart Nation program for a number of years now. So we've gone from trying to digitalize and improve government services internally to now focusing on how AI can be a part of everyone's lives, but yet at the same time, make very sure that AI is mastered by us as humans, rather than AI taking over human functions and reducing our ability to be creative. So one of the ways that we've been doing so is in our infrastructure. So we have a district called Punggol, which Punggol Digital District. It's quite large, about 50 hectares. And when it's fully operational and the development is complete, it will create 28,000 jobs, house about 12,000 students, and have about 500 faculty members and professional officers. Now, this is a digital district, so in its development, we have incorporated as much smart infrastructure as possible so that those who live, work, study, and partake in the facilities can do so without worrying about the day-to-day management of the buildings. So we've incorporated a lot of smart sensors in its development so that before problems surface, they can solve themselves. So every element in terms of how many people are in the building, temperatures to be set, lighting measures, cooling measures, and how we utilize our very limited sources of energy to be able to create a comfortable environment for everybody. Apart from that, we have also developed something called the Open Digital Platform. So as we all know, many different companies, different agencies tend to want to develop their own platforms. And very often they don't talk well to each other. So the ODP was spearheaded by our government technology agency as well as the Jurong Town Corporation to be able to have all these different platforms talk to each other. So that saves a lot of time in integration and also saves a lot of cost in the process as well. But beyond that, we also need to focus on where people live. So the majority of Singaporeans live in government housing, so they purchase government flats. So we've now integrated sensors, non-intrusive sensors into our flats, especially where our elders live. Because we are a rapidly aging society, our TFR is 0.87. So we do want to take care of them at home. While their children are at work, the sensors pick up if there is a sudden fall within the space and activates emergency resources and emergency services. We have a residence committee center within each precinct, and when they receive the alert from the sensors, they can be activated and to try to reach out to the resident and ensure that they are safe. But that takes more than just sensors. It's also about people-to-people relationships. So over the past 10 years, we've focused a lot of energy in having our Infocom and digital ambassadors on the ground, helping citizens, especially older citizens, to be better used to accessing technology. We all lived through COVID. And in Singapore, because we're so tightly compacted and live so close to each other, we've had to take precautions. And one of it is our Trace Together app. Basically, through the smartphone, it detects who you're with. Someone contracts COVID, instantly the circle is closed off. So that has helped us during COVID. But because of that, it gave us an opportunity to ensure as many of our citizens, including the elderly, are able to access the technology. So our ambassadors are still on the ground every single day. They're in different residence committees, they're in community clubs, they visit households day to day, so to make sure that everyone is on board. I used to chair the Ministry for Communications and Information, and one of the things that we worked on is to humanize technology and AI to ensure that everything that we do for our community is not just about replacing a human service with a chatbot, because you do need a human touch. So within my district, we've adopted a 3-pillar approach: digital foundation building, normalization and comfort building, as well as knowledge and skills development. So one of which is our DigiReady program, which we work with the Information Development Authority in Singapore. You can have AI, you can have technology, but you need to be connected. So at the very least, some of our families that may have difficulty accessing broadband, for example, we fund that connection for them. So there would be perhaps lower income families that would require the services. So we do want them to be able to access it. You may have the technology, but you need to be connected. Secondly, normalization. So what we've done since COVID is to ensure that in all areas, we make it more convenient and easy to access. So for example, we have something known as the CDC digital vouchers. So instead of a town hall or a council, we're referred to as CDCs. So my office, I chair the CDC. And the 5 CDCs in Singapore have a digital voucher system and a government e-wallet to help citizens cope with rising cost of living. Much of what we use in Singapore is imported. That is the reality for us as a small island with very little resources apart from our people, our talents. So we try to make it as convenient as possible. So we've had our 8th run of the CDC voucher announced this year, and you receive in your government e-wallet $500 or $600, depending on how much we give out, and you can use that at the majority of our shops in Singapore, in the heartlands and in all our supermarkets. So everyone is used to it. Then on a more day-to-day level, the Northwest District runs one of the largest fitness movements in Singapore. We have over 70,000 members in our brisk walking club. So every day, and especially every weekend, we have thousands of residents who are going out in the district, in our parks, in our nature reserves, to stay healthy, and they walk. But what it meant in the past is trying to take attendance meant that you had lots of sheets of paper, you've got to call out names, took a lot of time. So with AI today, all the team leader needs to do, even if you have over 100 people, you take one photo and AI helps with all the other work. It records everyone's attendance instantly. So we're also looking at furthering this in other areas, for example, in safety, in terms of fire evacuation, detecting who has not come down, and making sure that everyone has evacuated from, for example, a block of flats. We've also introduced building on brisk walking. We've also introduced walking trails and a digital framework for that. And last but not least, point this to, so we also look at job creation as well. So if you're looking for a job in Singapore, AI helps in that process with Skill Future advisors to help them to deploy government-funded Skills Future credits for their lessons and courses, as well as scholarships and AI-related resources. So the government has pledged in this year's budget that we'll be providing 6 months free access to a suite of AI tools for those who are attending these courses as well. And we've also launched Jobs Nearby. You key in your postal code and you'll identify all the jobs within 3 bus stops or 2 train stations from where you are. And you can use that to assess whether you are qualified for the job and help you with that application as well. I've talked about the AI tools earlier. Now, this photo has nothing to do with AI. That's our Prime Minister and myself. It just so happens that we serve in the same district. But the meal that we're having simply indicates how we can integrate AI into day-to-day life, what we call smart everywhere for every moment and for everyone. Because this dinner was at a local coffee shop, what we call kopitiams. So it's an old-school Hainanese chicken rice. So if you do visit, please have it. While you're here, remember Mayor Chang's soybean and egg pancakes, as well as xiao long bao. So in Singapore, Hainanese chicken rice and chili crabs for everyone. But the meal was paid for with our CDC digital vouchers in a digital e-wallet. We found the restaurant and the stall based on our AI app to detect where you can use your vouchers at, and all this really through digitalization, making even the simplest everyday moments extra efficient and enjoyable as well. So ultimately, as I said at the very beginning, we want Singapore to be AI ready, at the head of the pack, but at the same time ensuring that in the process, no one is left behind and the human stands at the very center of all those experiences. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Yin. Yes, AI is almost everywhere. And that means, you know, in the future, any of us, we can easily use powerful AI to improve our life. But now we still need a lot of so-called use case and sharing with a lot of challenges we are facing right now. So it's very important for today's forum. So let us move to US. Our next speaker, Mayor Pro Tem Jesse Moreno. It's my pleasure to introduce you the mayor of the city of Dallas. Mayor Moreno has dedicated his life to the public services, beginning with the youth development at the Boys and Girls Club, and later serving as a vice president of Dallas Park and Recreation Board. And today, as council member of Digital Second and chair of the City Council's Economic Development Committee, he worked to improve quality of life across neighborhoods and focusing on infrastructure, housing, public safety, and economic opportunities. And today you are going to share with us Dallas sustainable growth and smart governance. Please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. Mayor, thank you for hosting us. It has been an absolute pleasure being here in Taipei. I am blown away but what's in front of us and look forward to growing together. As mentioned, my name is Jesse Moreno. I have the pleasure of serving as Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Dallas and also chair the Economic Development Committee. On behalf of our mayor and our entire city council, we are honored to be here today. Dallas is at a pivotal point. We have a lot going for us. We are a relatively young city, but we also have, we're known as a city of opportunity. We have a robust education system, and what that means is that we're growing our own talent, but we also have opportunities for those who are moving into our city to be able to grow within the city. And so these are some figures that were prepared. As Chair of Economic Development, we rely heavily on the tourism industry. We've received over $6.6 billion in visitor spending, a total of $10.5 billion economic impact. And so I'm sure our mayor here in Taipei is encouraging you all to visit all the stores and bring back many souvenirs to have a positive impact here in Taipei. The city of Dallas has a population of 1.3 million residents, and we're growing. We're a diverse global firm in finance, technology, food, tourism, and transportation. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about our sports. Dallas is known as the best sports town in America. We have the FC Dallas MLS team, the Dallas Stars, of course our Dallas Mavericks, and the Texas Rangers. And I'm sure everybody is familiar with our football team, the Dallas Cowboys, also known as America's team. Now, jumping from football to football, Dallas in a very short 84 days will be expecting FIFA. We will be hosting 9 matches, the most soccer games in any other city that's hosting. And so we look forward to welcoming all our guests from around the world to join us in Dallas. And we're also looking to growing more sports teams in the city. So we're talking about our sister cities and our partnerships. And one of my goals is to be able to continue that partnership, especially with Taipei. We're going on 30 years. I want to thank our city and our city manager. We are really focusing on international relationships, making sure that we have a collaborative partnership. And a few of our other sister cities throughout the country include the Czech Republic, France, Mexico, Japan, Spain, Ukraine. And so, as you can see, Dallas is truly leading in a world-class city. Our conversation today here is a testament to the importance of international relations and international partnerships across the national boundaries. Sustaining operations and a home for more than 1 million residents requires intentional efforts and substantial resources. Dallas is committed to working towards sustainable and clean methods of meeting those resources. Over the last 10 years, Dallas has endeavored to initiate projects which emphasize green energy and artificial intelligence integration as the cornerstone of the next era in city governance. Dallas has advanced a unique framework for developing sustainable government operations through a comprehensive environment action plan, also known as CCAP. Since this program's implementation, Dallas has benchmarked a total of 195 city buildings as Energy Star portfolio manager. And so Dallas is on the verge of building a new convention center, a world-class convention center. Right now, our convention center has been piecemealed together, but we do have one last hurrah. We are hosting the International Broadcasting Center. That means that all the cameras that we see here before us, they will be in that room along with 3,000 other networks throughout the country. And so this building, this convention center, will be a solar-powered, but also making sure that we're storing that battery on site. Minimum rooftop solar expansion, making sure that the glass is bird-friendly for our environment, building bioswales throughout the campus, and of course, green parks and green space, building the energy resilience. The city continues to prioritize solar technology, as I mentioned, through the city's PV installation. And really what we've learned throughout here is that solar panels don't have to look like solar panels, right? They can be designed in a way that are attractive, in a way that makes the building aesthetically appeasing. The city also supports residents and business seeking cleaner and improved quality of life. Last year, the city voted to amend our parking code to reduce and or eliminate minimum off-street parking requirements for many land users, practically near in transit stations and in downtown Dallas, for uses like office, retail, and multifamily developments. This will promote a more walkable development, and it also will lower the cost for those developers. And in the city of Dallas, we are a region that's pretty spread out, and so we rely heavily on public transportation and really trying to move towards a more walkable community. Our Office of Environment Quality and Sustainability also manages a tri-parking program, which encourages carpooling and alternative commuting operations for City of Dallas staff and residents through ride matching and trip logging. And this was proven to be very successful. In the last fiscal year, we've seen a 25% increase in staff participation in the program. And currently, our fleet management office maintains 48 electric vehicle charging stations citywide and 170 electric plug-in hybrid vehicles across 63 developments. And so this is one of the programs that the City Council just launched. It's adding cameras onto our sanitation vehicles. And what this is going to do is going to proactively pick up code violations. And we have those trucks going out on a weekly basis. And so this, again, it's not removing the individual from the workforce, but it's making sure that it's more accurate and that we're gathering that data. The cameras will also block out the images of individuals and license plates to making sure that we are not being invasive, but yet we're capturing the issue, but not the person who might be caught in that picture. Environmental awareness in large cities like Dallas can be a challenge to promote, whether simply because of logistics or because of varying communities' interests. To promote community engagement on this important issue, our code service team is issuing these cameras. Right. And so AI and government framework. This is also preparing the paper interest into our water bills, making sure that we're educating our customers. And data analytics is something that is really putting our different programs together. It's emerging from communicating from department to department. Another thing I want to highlight that's not on here is our smart streets. We are also doing the traffic signals, making sure that our paramedics can get safely across vehicles. And we look forward to launching that next step of that communication between the paramedics and the ambulances. All right, so strategic outlook. Again, as I mentioned, as we are introducing AI, we want to make sure that we have that balance between public safety, but also not being intrusive. And so that's something that we're continuing to delegate and monitor. All right. And so again, that's a little bit about what we're doing in the city of Dallas. I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to continue growing and learning from the world leaders that are here before us and the government officials. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse, for being the green practice in Dallas. And finally, let's welcome the Mayor Taipei Siju from Los Angeles, the United States. She is the forefront of sustainable city diplomacy, and she is currently leading Los Angeles efforts to leverage a major global event as catalyst for long-term environmental frameworks and green urban policy. Today, she will going to present the speech entitled From International Spotlight to Local Legacy, Sporting Events in Los Angeles. And she will also discuss how Los Angeles plans to use the 2028 Olympics to accelerate permanent green infrastructure. So let's welcome Mayor Citi.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor to be alongside such distinguished mayors, and thank you so much to our host. Really grateful to be here. I am very cognizant that I am the final speaker and what is in between us and lunch, so I'm going to whiz through this. Yes, you're very welcome. Well, first of all, my background is actually in foreign policy, and I never thought that my job would be to talk about sports, and let alone in Taipei. But let me start by saying that Los Angeles and Taipei have been sister cities since 1979. We have the largest Taiwanese community in the United States, over 50,000 Taiwanese individuals contributing to all facets of our culture and our economy. It's something we're so proud of. And as my colleague from Dallas alluded to, Americans really care about sports, but I think sports is becoming increasingly relevant to everyone's lives around the world. It's one of those topics that actually unites people rather than divides them, and even though sports are inherently competitive, it does allow people to collaborate, and it does allow us to sort of come together in our shared humanity and sort of shared efforts to be excellent and to improve ourselves. So all that to say that I think in a time where our geopolitics are very, very complicated around the world, sports is something that can really bring us together. And so I think before jumping into the presentation, I just wanted to highlight LA's international character. We are a city where over 120 languages are spoken, 220 languages are spoken. Over 50% of our population speaks another language, and about a third of our population is foreign-born. So being an international kind of multicultural diverse city is the very heart of who we are in our identity. And in addition to that, we're just a very large city. I think our size of our city rivals a lot of nations, and the size of our economy certainly does too. About 10 million residents in the region of Los Angeles. We are the 19th largest economy by GDP, of course, sitting in the state of California, the 4th largest economy in the world. So that's just to give you a snapshot of just the scale of how large LA is. The other thing I want to mention is that Los Angeles is home to a port. The city, we own our port and our airport. And the Port of Los Angeles is actually where 40% of all US goods that enter the United States, that is where the goods come through. And so we are both connected by our port, but also by virtue of just where we sit along the Pacific Ocean, sort of looking out to Asia, but then also being so close to our close neighbor and ally to the south, Mexico, and sort of being the gateway to Latin America. And all of this contributes to our very global character. I won't dwell here, but basically I think one of the things we have to think about when we're talking about hosting a major global convening, and also how we deploy technology, is the fact that there are many jurisdictions that we have to operate in. And I think that was alluded to by some of the other presentations, but that is not an insignificant challenge in terms of working with other authorities so that the user experience is seamless when a resident or a tourist is visiting or a business is trying to do business, navigating all of those regulations and the various authorities. So in our case, we are a city that sits within a county called Los Angeles. That county is made up of 88 other local entities. We are the biggest one, but we have to work well with our neighbors. And of course, we sit in the state of California. I promised I would zoom through some of this. So we are going to host the 2028 Olympics. We are also hosting FIFA World Cup. We have 8 matches. And so we're looking forward to that. We also are going to host the Super Bowl, which is American football. All that to say, LA is very used to holding major global events, particularly in the sports realm. A couple things I just wanted to mention about the Olympics, because I think sometimes it can get lost. But we are expecting hosting the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games to generate $15 billion of economic activity for our city and for our region. And in Los Angeles, we are the host city. So that means the city signed the contract. That also means we are going to bear a lot of the liability. So it's really important that we, conduct the games and make them as successful as possible, so that we are not creating a burden for our taxpayers. And so that relates to our topic today, because we really need to be mindful about how we utilize technology to both make sure that the user experience is great, but also to make sure that we are being as efficient as we can with limited government resources. One of the things I wanted to mention is that last year in January, you may have seen that LA experienced very devastating wildfires. It was one of the worst disasters in California history. And coming off of those wildfires and both the loss of life and property, a lot of partners around the world were asking us, will you even be able to host the Olympics? And we had to kind of remind people that the fires impacted less than 1% of the city, not to diminish it, but just to show kind of the scale of how large Los Angeles is. But, our focus for the last year has really been about trying to get people back into their homes and businesses and schools as quickly as possible. And one of the things we really invested in was piloting AI to help with permit review, so that when people are submitting plans to rebuild their homes or properties, that we could do that in a faster way, because California is sort of notorious for regulations that were well-intended, but that can slow down the process of rebuilding. And so we piloted AI to help do the initial plan review. And what that helped do is both save time on the workforce, on the city workforce, of identifying really obvious errors in plans, and also time and money on the resident side, so that they could quickly catch mistakes early and then resubmit their plans for eventual human review. But AI really assisted us in being able to issue thousands of permits, and now we are on track to have the fastest recovery from a disaster in California history. So that's one kind of real example that we've used. Looking ahead prospectively to the Olympics, we're expecting 15 million ticket holders. And so that is just a huge volume of people, of visitors that we expect in the city. And so we are really looking at what technologies will we need at our various venues to support the flow of individuals, public safety. As you know, Olympics can be targets of terrorism. And one of the things that we've worked really closely with Paris, the last host of the Summer Games, was on sort of what are the things that need to be done in advance to ensure that the games are safe, and how do we leverage technology to do that. And then also, of course, the movement of people. We're really proud that our games is a no-build games. So we are not building anything. We are using existing venues, and that is why our bid, when we did bid for these games, was successful, is that we were able to say we already have world-class venues. That's why we're able to host major championships and events every year. And so that is a major part of our sustainability strategy, is that we're not building anything new. And that also, it is a quote-unquote car-free games, which is quite radical in a city like Los Angeles, where people have a very kind of unhealthy relationship with their cars. And you cannot pry people away from driving, even though we do have amazing public transit. And we're continuing to build out lines, transit lines to support the Olympics, but we actually have existing infrastructure. But people think of LA as a city that doesn't have public transit, which is just not true. And so we're really hoping to use the games to transform the psychology of our own residents to say, you're not going to be able to drive or park at any of the venues, so you have to take mass transit. We know that our international visitors are going to have no problem with that. It's actually our own residents that we're going to have to do some work on with that. But the goal is that the legacy of the games will be more residents will choose to use public transportation because these games are an opportunity to really transform the way, the psyche of Angelenos. And so those are two kind of key areas where we'll be also using technology and AI, which is how do we adjust our existing public transit and surge resources and capacity, in our case it's electric vehicles and buses, to get people to where they need to be. Okay, I'm gonna probably try to wrap it up there so that we can get to questions. Thank you so much.
Jacqueline, because we are running out of time, can we skip the questions and direct it to the proposal for actions?
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, the sharing a lot of insights in this panel. And we all know, we have to use AI because, it's the coming AI era. But still a lot of challenges. Especially, cross-border, because in the future, cross-border transaction is, you just cannot avoid the risks coming from cross-border transactions. So the digital ID wallet, if there is a possible to cooperate with Taipei and other cities, I think that's very useful for the future. So because, it's an opportunity for us to sit on the stage. Please just give one action, what you believe, we can do together in the future. One action.
This question is for all of our 6 speakers. Because, today, the main theme of today's forum is smarter and greener future, and especially Mayor Zhang just mentioned we have to design the future. So could all of our 6 speakers to propose one concrete action plan that can commit to implement for smarter and greener future, or more specifically, to design the future? So, speaker. Mayor Zhang, could you? Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I'll make it short. So first of all, we want to make sure our AI development in line with our values. So that's why we are the first city in Taiwan to set up our AI operational guidelines I just mentioned earlier, to encourage our public servants to use AI with confidence and without fear of crossing legal lines. So in these guidelines, the core value is ethical integrity. And we emphasize 6 principles, including safety, fairness, transparency, privacy, training, education. So I'll give you an example. So in Taipei, we have this system, we call it WISE. W-I-S-E, that means Water Intelligence System of e-Taipei. So that also means that drinking water is also a wise choice here in this city. So with this system, we use like sensors and AI so that we can monitor the water quality of the water, and also we can track the leak or the issue of our water system. So in the past, with our AI system, the leakage rate is about 27%. But now, with the AI system, the Y system reduced to 9%. So this makes us to reduce the carbon emission, reduce the waste, and also to make sure that our residents here in the city to keep the high quality of the water they use. So we try to build a greener future, a sustainable city environment with the AI technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Zhang. Could Coach? Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'd like to present or mention two approaches that we're trying to utilize. The first is once we have when it comes to smart cities and greener future, this Clean City app, which will allow residents to receive notifications of their waste management equipment that run across the city. One of the improvements that we see with regards to artificial intelligence is the approach that Dallas has taken, where at some point we will implement cameras on the compactors to take pictures of the waste that is being picked up, to analyze the type of waste that is being produced by our residents, and to also ensure that waste is in its proper place, because we do have the reality of where sometimes residents express that their garbage wasn't picked up, but it's a possibility that they sometimes didn't take it out in time. So that serves as an enforcement on our side to ensure that the garbage was out. Second initiative for the greener cities or the greener future is to empower our youth through programs like the Belmopan Youth Climate Action Fund, where we will utilize the youth to drive the climate action initiative. They presently are doing initiatives such as the Smart Bench that I mentioned, and also they are pushing a lot of climate action campaigns within the youth forum. The other area is also to encourage our residents, which is a pilot project which we're presently running, to allow residents to do composting at home. This will allow better waste management, or at least of the bio waste at the city level.
Yeah, please. Marina, please.
My call to action is simple, and that's joint collaboration. We can all learn from one another. We all know that we all want to be the first. We want to be innovators. We want to take that lead, but especially when it comes to life safety, that's something that we can't hold back. That's something that we have to share with one another to be able to grow our own systems back home. And so what I would say is let's collaborate. And I think we do it at forums like this. And so I just want to thank you all for having us and making this possible. So collaboration, thank you.
How about you? Herbert.
Yeah, he take my point. Because I thought, two examples I already mentioned in my presentation, but it's very important is here on this stage are 6 leaders in the world, and everybody has good ideas, but we have to be honestly, that we build up not island solutions. We have to share the ideas, and we have to make comfortable for the people. And on the other hand, it is important for us in Germany and also in Europe that we look on data securities, and both is important. Work together, share the ideas, make it comfortable for the people, and have good security für die data.
Alex, please.
Thank you. Indeed, many times when we visit one another, when we are at various forums with each other, it's not just us presenting what our cities have done, but it's also a process of learning, it's a process of adopting and adapting. Because while we are all city leaders, our cities are also vibrantly and uniquely different from one another. So there are some areas where the ideas may need to evolve, but that idea does give us an opportunity to introduce more changes and to make our citizens' lives better at the end of the day. I've been to Taipei very often. In fact, many of the things that we've tried to do in Singapore, we've had experiences in visiting places here that we've adopted. And similarly, that flow back, Mayor Chiang has been to Singapore many times as well. And so we're constantly learning from each other. And I think that's the most important thing that we can take away.
Once again, finally, Deputy, please.
We didn't talk about it on stage, but while I've been in Taipei, I have had the opportunity to have other meetings with businesses and business associations. And one of the things that I will take away is the need for us to also focus on the talent pool and the type of talent that is needed for this future. And so really making sure that, of course, cities, jurisdictions, government are going to focus on powering the technology and the AI that we need, but we also need to focus on the people. And so I'm really interested in going back and talking to our community colleges and university systems in LA to talk about, making sure that we are graduating the right type of talent for this.
Jacqueline, would you like to wrap up some opinions?
I think this the final session we can conclude. We have to connecting with each other, and we have to sharing, and we have to work together to make the world better. But no matter how powerful of AI, they can replace a lot of work for us, but they cannot eat 小笼包 for us. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you to all our speakers for their visionary contributions today. This forum has shown us the path to a smarter and greener future. So let's take these insights back to our respective cities and turn these dialogues into lasting impacts. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, appreciation goes to all the speakers and moderators. And before we close today, please, may I invite you to stand at the front of the stage for a photo opportunity. Let's once again take a group photo in the center of the stage before we head to the second floor for the business luncheon. Okay, look at the cameras in front of you and have the biggest and brightest smile. First one. And you know what to do for the second one, right? Let's have a thumbs up. Yay. Thank you, our distinguished guests, mayors, and distinguished guests. You can return to your seats now. And as we wrap up the forum this morning, allow me to remind you our business luncheon will be held on the second floor. So you'll be guided from there. And before you leave, don't forget your personal belongings. Thank you for being here with us all morning. We have witnessed wonderful sharing, and great opportunities will arise during and following today's forum. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to meeting you at the business luncheon on the second floor. See you soon.
已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配套的，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像我们看说，中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
我们看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配套的，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像我们看说，中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策。那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
我们看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配套
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市这个政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。
谢谢。黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果没配套
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市这个政策。那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。
谢谢。黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。已经有民团很担忧，因为我们会担心说，如果
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策。那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹市 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
好，稍微等一下。好，这个已经有民团很担忧，如果会担心说，如果没配套，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命，也是责任。所以台北市，我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止，已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策。那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹市 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
好， 这个已经有民团很担忧，如果会担心说如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命也是责任。所以台北市我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。
好，这个已经有民团很担忧，如果会担心说如果没配合，
我想减轻育儿家庭的负担，这是我的使命也是责任。所以台北市我们愿意跨出第一步来试办育儿家庭爸妈减工时不减薪的计划。目前为止已经有超过173家公司参与这项计划，而且我们持续接到许多企业表达参与的意愿。至于中央目前在研究开放外佣这个政策，我也已经请劳动局、社会局及教育等相关单位密切的关注以及做好因应。
像怎么看说中央现在也有意协助来推动户外的吸烟室，那是不是最快月底前就有机会来见面讨论？
首先，我们很乐见中央愿意支持台北市推动无烟城市的政策，那我们也很愿意进一步和中央以及各县市政府一起讨论，如何将无烟城市这项政策推得更顺利及完善。
像现在传出民进党要4月份打算要征召郑丽君副院长，那王世坚形容是双王之争，那你准备好了吗？
我就是持续专注市政，也让台北继续的与国际接轨。今天我们第2年举办台北国际城市论坛，邀请许多国际城市的市长、副市长参与论坛交换意见。我们不只是顺利在年前完成和辉达签约，让辉达第一个海外总部落脚台北。我们日前也和我们的姐妹是 Phoenix 凤凰城有 Desert Silicon 沙漠矽谷之称开通了10航。今天我们将更进一步和德国的德勒斯登市签署合作备忘录，我们就会形成战略合作伙伴。
像之前有帮这个
怎么看跟这个
张启成来拍影片，那之后会帮其他的候选人吗？
启成副院长是我过去在立法院的好战友，也是我政大外交系的学长。在这一次智慧城市展，他也特别来分享对于台中打造智慧城市的愿景，我们也都有共同看法，我们会一起持续努力。谢谢。
黄建豪军购的部分可能跟党中央不同调。
我一直强调，我全力支持厚植台湾的。 我全力支持厚植他们的国防实力以及合理且必要的军事采购。
好，谢谢。大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌，它添加有羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good。请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。
太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版，新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便。要吃就吃最好的。